In this video, we're going to create an inventory equip system. We're going to have our basic inventory and then drag out items to specific positions in order to equip them. Let's begin. Hello and welcome, I'm your CodeMonkey, and this channel is all about helping you learn how to make your own games with in-depth tutorials made by a professional indie game developer. So if you find the video helpful, consider subscribing. Okay, so this is what we want to make. Over here is my player character, and I can move him around. As you can see, right now he has no armor, no helmet, and when I attack, I can only use punches and kicks. And in here I have the inventory, where you can see the various items that I'm carrying. And in here on the player equip, you can see the various items that I can equip. So for example, I can click on this helmet, drag it and place it on the helmet slot, and drop it, and there you go, the player equipped the helmet. However, if I try to drag an armor into the helmet slot, as you can see, it doesn't work, so it needs a helmet item onto this helmet slot. And then you can see that I'm attacking using punches. But now let's go and equip this sword, and there you go, now I'm attacking with a sword. So I can drop any item I want in the valid correct position, and everything works great. So over here we have a very versatile system for equipping items and weapons. There are several things that we built previously that we're going to use in order to make this. First, we're going to use the inventory system to hold our items. Then we're going to use what we learned in the drag and drop video in order to equip our items. And the way they get equipped is based on modifying the texture, which I covered in the modular sprite sheets video. So again, here is our character and our equip UI, and we can modify our loadout and do anything we want. This video is made possible thanks to these awesome supporters. Go to patreon.com/unitycodemonkey to get some perks and help keep the videos free for everyone. Alright, so this is our goal. Let's get to it. Okay, so here's our starting scene. Over here I have a player character and I can move him around. As you can see, there's no helmet, no armor, and if I attack, I can only attack with punches and kicks. Then down here we have our inventory. As you can see, we have a bunch of items. So we have an helmet, 2 swords, and 2 armors. This inventory was fully created from scratch in a previous video, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Alright, so with this, let's begin making our equip UI. Here in the editor, let's go into the hierarchy, go inside of our UI canvas. And in here, let's make a new game object. Let's call this our UI character equipment. Now inside, let's make some slots. Okay, so here we have a weapon slot. The visual is set up exactly the same as the inventory. Now inside, let's make an image for the empty image. And in this case, this is for the weapon, so let's drag the sword icon. And now here I have a simple black and white shader, so let's use that one. And there you go, now it's in black and white, and just reduce the alpha by a little bit. Okay, so here is the black and white shader. As you can see, very simple. We just take our texture, we sample it, we use the saturation node, set saturation to 0 in order to make it black and white, and then we simply take the alpha and apply it onto it. So just like this, we have an empty weapon slot. Now let's make the other two. Alright, so here we have our 3 equipment slots. Now let's see how we're going to drop something in here. Now in here we already have drag and drop working, so I can click and drag a certain item and place it in a different position in the inventory. This was made in the drag drop video, so check that out. So I can drag it to a new position, and if I drag it into an invalid position, it simply goes back in there. Now what we need is in order to capture when I drag an item from the inventory and drop it inside one of our equipment slots. So let's make that script. Down here in our scripts, let's make a new C# script. Call this our UI character equipment slot. And let's drag it into all 3 of our slots. So drag it in there. Okay. Now in here, first we need to add the event system. So using Unity engine.event systems. And now we can implement iDropHandler. So this function is called whenever something is dropped on top of this object. Okay, now we need to check what item is being dragged. Now the class that handles the item drag is in here. All we're doing is updating the position so that it follows the mouse position. And we have some functions in order to show and hide it and set a specific item. So we always know which item we are dragging. So when we drop something in here, let's see if we're dragging something. So we go into the UI item drag. We access the static instance, and we get the item that is currently being dragged. So over here, we now know when an item is dropped onto this slot. So for example, let's test, do a debug log. So here we are, and now let's drag this item, drop it in there, and yep, there you go, we have our helmet. Alright, so we are correctly identifying when an item gets dragged and dropped into a certain position. So now that we know that, we need to know when the item is dropped in each specific slot. So let's make a script to handle the entire character equipment window. So we make a new script, call it our UI character equipment, and we drag it into our character equipment window. Now in here, let's grab references to our slots. Alright, so here we have all three of our references. Now that we have that, we need to know when an item is dropped in a specific slot. So for that, let's go back into the slot script. And in here, we're going to use an event that is fired when something is dropped in here. So we make a public event. And in here, when we have something dropped, we invoke this. Let's make an event Rx class so we can pass in the item that was dropped. Alright, so we have the event, which uses this type of event args. So in here we invoke, we pass in this as the sender and a new event args, and inside we pass in the item that was dropped in here. Alright, so we have this nice event firing. Now we can go back into our main UI window, and in here we can subscribe to those events. So for example, on the weapon slot, let's subscribe to the on item dropped. So here we know when an item has been dropped into the weapon slot. When you do, let's do a debug.log. Alright, let's test. Okay, here we are. Let's pick up this sword, drag it on top of the item weapon slot. And there you go. Here in our console, we can see equip weapon sword 1. Alright, so everything is working correctly. Awesome. Now with this working, we should also update the visual. And we should make sure that we keep the UI and the implementation separate. So let's make a class to handle the actual character equipment. So here, let's make a new script. Call it our character equipment. And let's apply this to our player game object. So drag it in there. Okay. Now here we're going to have the items that we're currently equipping. So here this is going to be a very simple class that simply contains what the character is currently equipping. And on the UI, we're going to display the state of this class. So on the UI window, let's make a function to receive a character equipment. Alright, we have our character equipment. Now let's make a function to update our visual. And in here we need to grab the currently equipped items. So let's go back into our character equipment script and make some getter functions. Alright, so we have three functions to get the weapon, helmet, and armor. And now we can go back into the UI window. And now we want to update our visual. And for the visual, you can use the same UI item that we're using on the inventory. Okay, so here's our script. We had the new field for the UI item prefab. We also added a transform for an item container. So that's where we're going to be instantiating our UI items. And down here on the update visual, first we clear all the items that were previously in the container. Then we get the currently equipped weapon item from our character equipment. If it is not null, that means we are equipping something. So we instantiate our UI item. We position it on top of the weapon slot. Then we get the component of UI item and we set the item that it's currently carrying, and we hide our empty image. And if we're not carrying a weapon, then we simply show the empty image. Alright, so this should be correct. Now for this to work, we need to call this function. So let's make a script that will set up that connection. Here in the scene, I already have a testing script. As you can see, we're doing the connection between the player and the inventory. Now let's set a field for the UI script. And a field for our character equipment. So we set it on our UI. Alright. Now finally, let's just drag the references. So there's our two fields. Drag the UI character equipment and the character equipment, which is on the player. And here in the character equipment, let's start off with a weapon on our awake. And yep, here we are, and as you can see, we are currently equipping a weapon. Alright, so far so good. Now let's actually handle being able to drop a weapon. Now in order to drop, we're already capturing that event, so all we need to do is set that in our character equipment. So in here, let's first get rid of our default, and now let's make some setters. Alright, we have some setters, so we can go back into the UI, and in here when we have our character item drop, let's go into the character equipment script, and we simply set something. In this case, we set the weapon item to the one that was dropped in here. Now when we do, let's also tell the character what we equipped. So for that, we can use the character equipment, since this script is placed on top of the player. And on the player, we can simply use a function called setEquipment, and we pass in the weapon item.item type. Alright, there it is, very simple. Now finally, in our UI, we need to call this function to update our visual. So we could do directly after setting this, but a better way is for the character equipment to fire off an event when something changes. That way it will still work if we equip something without using this specific script. So in here we just make a new event, and we simply fire it off whenever we change something. Alright, so now in the UI we can subscribe to this when we receive our character equipment. And when that happens, all we need to do is call our update visual function. Alright, that should do it. So if we drop something inside of our weapon slot, we're going to call the character equipment, call it set weapon item, we pass in the item that was dropped. So then this one won't change the internal weapon item. It will tell the player that it modified the equipment, and it will fire off the event. Then that event is captured by the UI window, which then updates the visual, correctly showing everything. So let's test that. Okay, so here we are, and we have no equipment, and if I click, there you go, I just got punches and kicks. Now let's take this sword and drag it into the weapon, and yep, there you go, we are currently equipping this weapon, and if I attack, yep, there you go, now I'm attacking with a weapon. And now let's try dragging this one and equipping it, and there you go, now I'm using this weapon. Alright, so just like this, we have everything working. Now, one major issue that we have is, for example, if we drop the helmet into the weapon slot, and if we do, there you go, it equipped the helmet. So that is obviously not supposed to happen. So let's validate our item type when trying to drop something. So let's make that here in the character equipment script. Let's make a function to try to equip something. So a public void try equip item. And we also need to know where we're trying to equip something. So let's define a enum. So a public enum, call it the equip slot. So we have the helmet, armor, and weapon. So down here on this function, we receive the equip slot. And then we also receive an item that we want to equip. And now here we're going to test the item type based on the equip slot. So here we can do a switch on the equip slot and do switches on the item type, or we can also make that on the item class itself. So let's put it in here in order to make our code easier to follow. So here we have a bunch of functions for each item, so we get the sprite, color, and so on. And now in here, let's make a public to return a character equipment dot equip slot, and he called get equip slot. Alright, so we have a function which does a switch on our item type and returns the matching equip slot. So here we can simply test if the item equip slot matches this equip slot. If so, then we can equip it. Alright, this should be working. Now we need to make sure that we work with this function instead of all of these, so let's make these private. Keep our code nice and clean. Okay, that should do it. So now we're going to use this function. Let's go into the UI character equipment, and up here where we have our drop, instead of using that one directly, let's use the try equip item. And now this is the callback on the weapon slot. So let's pass in the equipment slot for the weapon and then the dropped item. Let's subscribe to the others as well. Alright, so just like this. Let's see if we can now equip things, and we can only equip them on the actual correct slot. Okay, here we are, again just punches. Now let's drag the weapon onto the weapon slot, and there you go, equip the weapon, yep, just like that. Now if I try to drag the helmet into the weapon slot, and there you go, nothing changes, and we're still doing that. Now try to drag the helmet into the helmet slot, and yep, he did equip the helmet. We just forgot to update the visual. And the same thing with the armor, equip the armor there, and yep, nothing changes. Now put in there, and there you go, he equipped it. So let's fix the visual. Here the fix is down here when we're updating the visual. Right now we're only testing for the weapon item. Let's test the other two. Alright, so now we have the case for updating our weapon, armor, and helmet visuals. Now obviously we got a lot of code duplication here, so after we check that this is working, we should really clean this up. But let's first test. Okay, here we are, and let's equip the sword. There you go, there's the sword, equip the helmet, and yep, there's the helmet, and equip the armor, and there you go, there's our armor. Alright, so just like this, we have our working character equip window. Now just for fun, let's add a camera view in our UI. I've covered how to do a portrait camera in another video, so check that out for an in-depth look. In here I'm just going to add it very simply. Alright, so here we added a camera view onto the UI. All we have is a raw image and then a camera on the player. And yep, here we have our character and our UI showing our character. So we could have the main camera very far away and we'd still be able to see the player when we're equipping items. So let's equip a sword, and there you go, now we have our sword, and equip this armor and this helmet, and there you go, there's our player. Now equip this armor, equip this sword, and so on, and there you go, everything looks great. Alright, so here we have our system fully working. We can drag items from our inventory into their slots. If we drag an incorrect item, then we cannot equip, but if we drag the correct one, then we can indeed equip it. And when we equip an item, we can see the items change in our player visual. This video is made possible thanks to these awesome supporters. Go to patreon.com/UnityCodeMonkey to get some perks and help keep the videos free for everyone. As always, you can download the project files and utilities from UnityCodeMonkey.com. Subscribe to the channel for more Unity tutorials. Post any questions you have in the comments, and I'll see you next time.